Racism is a function of fear and insecurity. Welcome back to my channel. I remain your brother Ugo Austin. How is everything going with you? I pray for God's blessing upon you and your family. I'm back with you again with another video. As you can see around the world, we are seeing a lot of racism going on. It is not new. Honestly, every one of us, provided your skin is not white or whatever the color they might give themselves, provided your skin is not like theirs, we all have our stories to tell about racism and racist people and the way we are being discriminated in one way or the other. The culture in the society will never change. Personally, racism is a function of fear and insecurity. Now that brings me to the topic of today's video. We'll be discussing about racism as a product of fear and insecurity. Now before we go on, I would like to read a particular verse in the Bible. I believe this is where racism started, and this is why we have racism till date. If we go to the book of Exodus, chapter 1, from verse 7, I read, "And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we." Verse 10, "Come on, let us deal with them wisely, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land." Here in the Bible, in the land of Egypt, the children of Israel were multiplying. They were doing very, very well. They were doing so good. A new Pharaoh, a new head of state came into power. Who doesn't know about Joseph? He became envious. He became scared. He also became fearful. Let us discriminate against them. Let us deal with them wisely so that they don't come up against us. Look at the story. You can see the elements that I mentioned. You see elements of fear and you see elements of insecurity in them. That brings us back to what is happening. Tell me how someone would hate on another person just for the sake of the skin, religion, or culture, if not for the fact that the person is fearful, is insecure, and definitely is a coward. Why would you want to discriminate against a human being? If you cut me open, you'll be seeing blood. And if you get cut open, you'll be seeing blood. You're not going to see any water. You are going to see blood. We are of the same human race. Even in our own country, in Nigeria, we have discrimination. We all know that. Tribalism is discrimination, is racism. You discriminate against me because I am not from the north, or I'm not from the west, okay, or I'm not from the east. We discriminate. In Igbo land, they discriminate against themselves as well. In Igbo land, Osu, there is something we call Osu. The English interpretation is outcast. Somebody who is not Osu discriminates against this set of people. If I want to get married, for the sake of discrimination, the culture in the society, parents would go and ask to confirm whether that person is Osu or not. These things need to change. This is a global world. The world is changing, and we need to change as well. The world is evolving. The policeman, just because of out of insecurity, he killed Floyd just for 20 pounds. That man doesn't deserve to die. Now, he's in jail. He has lost his job. He will be tried. Obviously, he will spend the rest of his life in jail for act of stupidity, for act of callousness, just because you are not happy seeing a black man still in the middle of this Black Lives Matters protest. Another one happened for no justifiable reason. You killed another black person just in the midst of what demonstration. People are still grieving of what a police officer did to an innocent man. This officer also decided to put his name on the mark. Here in the UK, we go through a lot. According to the culture, as a white person, it is not good enough not to be racist. The discrimination, the disparity is too much. When two people apply for a particular position, a study has shown that an interview will basically go to someone whose name sounds like a white person. Basically, two people who apply for a particular job. The name that sounds like a white person will be the opportune one to be called. This is the culture we are facing. The protest is bringing everything to the limelight. What I said in my previous video, I made mention of social media. All this discrimination, they've been there. The problem we have is this: there is no social media to share all this discrimination, to bring them to the public. But now we have social media that makes the voice of the voiceless heard. This is why people are being aware more about what is going on in the West. The Prime Minister said it all. He said Britain cannot change the past. We know what happened in the past. We've studied the history. We've been told, we've read everything that happened in the past, but we can never dwell in the past. But the issue is this: can the culture be changed? Racism is in the society. Your neighbor will just look for no reason just to make issues with you so that they can call you the N-word. Would that culture be changed? Because, like I said before, it is not good enough not to be a racist, according to them. People are trying to see how this pandemic, how we can have a vaccine to this pandemic of racism going around the world. Our Prime Minister, according to him, he said he wants to build a commission that will look at the job inequalities, disparities in our society. So, which is a good thing. Having a commission to deal with racism and the inequalities in our society is a good thing. But he spoiled everything and he faced a backlash about this. This is what he said. He wants to change the narrative to stop the sense of victimization and well as stamping out racism. What he is saying, basically, that black people play the victim. This is the worst thing to say at this time. Everything that is happening now is filmed. You'll be driving on the road. Just because you are black, you get stopped by the police. It's either they stop you because you look suspicious, or they will stop you because they think you fit into a description of a black person who deals drug. You've seen what is happening in the US. A black man get killed for 20 pounds, $20, sorry. That man shouldn't have died. Tell me, is that playing the victim? So this is the wrong thing for him to say in the middle of this. I know even when the system gets changed, the culture will never be changed in the society. Because in the society, we face more, discrimination. When you go to shop, when you go to school, when you are driving, okay, when you go to gym, when you go to recreation park, you see racism. The culture is not going to change. This is why I said racism is a function of, fear and insecurity. Because these people are insecure. Having said this, I bring this session to an end. Thank you. See you again in my next video. Please don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you.